How's it going, guys? This is Isolate here, bringing you week number 11 of the PMC. This one is against Twisted Misty. If you did not watch the team builder, I think you should go do that because it shows the sets. And if you want to know more about my sets, then you can look in the description. So here we're doing another post-com. Basically, this video is going up later than it should be because I had this battle today. It is Sunday night right now. I had this battle today, and I was supposed to battle Friday. I couldn't, or like it didn't work. I didn't have my mons yet. I used to be able to gen, but that didn't. New update came out, and I couldn't gen anymore. So then I have to rely on other people, or Osceola. I have to rely on him to get my mons, which he's been doing a phenomenal job with that. But yeah, so I was supposed to battle Friday night, couldn't do that. Misty wasn't around Saturday night, so I couldn't do that. So we just battled Sunday, and she said that that was a good time to battle. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna do a post-com of the live recording. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So as you can see, I get 2/3 of her team correct. I predicted the Pangoro. She didn't bring the Pangoro. She brought the Starmie instead, which is fine. And she also brought the Torkoal over the Dragonite, which is very good. So that's cool. Seeing how Dragonite is in there. But anyway, so we're gonna lead with Chubbs. I just looked through to make sure that was good. Let me just check real quick. All right, everything we're good. We're good. So anyway, so yeah. Leading off, I'm just whoopsies. That's not okay. Leading off, I am going to go with my Gligar. Gligar's pretty cool. I didn't expect the Mamoswine lead. I expected either Torkoal or Diancie to get the rocks up, but she just ends up going with Mamoswine. Here I have to switch. There's no reason to stay in. My switch 100 million % is into my Slowking. We do have the Culver Berry if she wants to knock off. But yeah, I'm pretty much expecting rocks, but I can't stay in predicting that. It's just I need Chubbs too much because it's my only answer to a Scarfed Staraptor pretty much. So yeah, everything else just gets pretty much bodied other than Slowking. So like literally my whole team just loses to Brave Bird Staraptor without Slowking or Gligar there. So anyway, she ends up going for Ice Beam, which is great prep, predicting that physically defensive Gligar. Okay, you're supposed to be okay, whatever. Just try to ignore that Skype, but it's supposed to be on Do Not Disturb, but apparently it is disturbing. So anyway, I'm gonna go for the Scald. I do not snag the burn, but at this point it's really fine because it's a 2 KO anyway. As rocks did get up. That's kind of bad, but that's fine. As I'm gonna be able to go for a Scald here. It goes for the Earthquake, which is going to do a crap ton of damage to my physically defensive Slowking. So we are going to be able to take out the Mamoswine with the Scald here, which is great. She doesn't really have any Scald switch-ins, given that it burns everything, or it has a chance to burn everything except for the Torkoal, and Torkoal doesn't want to take it. It doesn't want to take a Scald anyway. So anyway, but I feel like that Mamoswine did do a good job for her, being able to get the rocks up and some really good damage off all my Slowking. I do have Regenerator, but it is what it is. By the way, just a little thing here: if we win this game, we automatically guarantee a divisional champion. So that's cool. Like if we win the, probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. But if we do win this game, oh my gosh, that's. Anyway, if we do win this game, then we win the whole thing. So that's interesting. That's ridiculous. Okay, just try to ignore that, please, because there's not much I can do about it. But anyway, I'm gonna switch. We have the Culver Berry. Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I just needed to redo that. Okay, we're going good, right? Alright, sweet. Wait. Alright, we're good. Anyway, so here we are. I put Do Not Disturb on Skype so that it wouldn't keep making the noises, which is great. Phenomenal. It's great. So anyway, here we are. I didn't really know what to switch into. I was kind of thinking maybe Whimsicots, but at this point I was kind of like thinking, what is my least useful Pokemon on the team? And I do end up bringing in my Hitmonlee, because Hitmonlee is just a great mon to bring in. It's got the high jump kick. It's Choice Scarf. I definitely see. Okay, I'm back. So she does end up going for knockoff. I felt like Hitmonlee was my best play because I didn't really need Hitmonlee was the least useful Pokemon on the team, given that Deontay is there to wall me pretty much, even though I do have Earthquake. But I decided to go for Earthquake here. Wasn't really sure what she'd do. I did not expect her to bring in Staraptor because, why would you risk that big hit? Why would you expect the Earthquake? I mean, high jump kick or close combat is so obvious, but she does end up going into Staraptor, which really, really annoyed me, because I could have gotten a high jump kick, a reckless boosted adamant high jump kick off on this Staraptor, which would have done a crap ton. I was really salty about that, so I decided I was calculating how much a banded Staraptor does to Gligar. Banded Staraptor, adamant banded Staraptor actually 2 KOs my Gligar, which is unfortunate, but if it is banded, then we're going to be able to find that out. So Drumstick Arms is just going to be sacked off here, unfortunately. Hitmonlee did, it just did zero. It did zero work. As I did not expect to outspeed. There's really no way I could have outsped, because I wasn't even max speed. I had enough speed to outspeed Starmie with this Choice Scarf, but Choice Scarf got knocked off. So that's that. So I'm gonna bring in. What do I bring in at this point? I think I bring in Jubs because it's my best bet. If this thing is banded, that's just whatever. But I have to get rid of these rocks because rocks are annoying. So I end up just clicking default here. Because, to be honest, if this Staraptor 2 KOs me, we know it's banded. And if it's banded, I can go into Greninja. And if it's Scarf, though, it's much bigger of a threat. Because then it outspeeds my Gengar and my Gengar and my Greninja. So we're gonna see here. It's actually Adamant Scarf Staraptor, I believe. Sorry, my chair is squeaking so much. But anyway, I was really hoping that wasn't, that wasn't a 2 KO, but at the same time, it couldn't have been a 2 KO with the Scarf. It would have to be like Life Orb or Banded. And if it was Life Orb, it would have shown it being Life Orb. Because, anyway, it would have shown that it was Life Orb when it went for Brave Bird on Hitmonlee, it would have shown that it was Life Orb, but it wasn't Life Orb. So I'm thinking, alright, it's either Choice Scarf or Choice Banded. That damage tells me it's Adamant Scarfed, which is great to know. By the way, that Gengar, if you watch the team builder, we had Sucker Punch on it. It was actually the wrong nature. It was Bold Nature, which it actually would have gotten outsped by a Jolly Banded Staraptor. But luckily, that didn't come into play. So that's great. Because here we're just gonna be able to roost all this thing. So I'm just gonna go for another roost. I can't hit it with anything. I can Toxic it, but if I Toxic it right here, it's just gonna be able to 2 KO me. So I have to go for a roost here. So that does considerable amount. I was in a calculator. I was taking the amount of hit points he did to me and then dividing it by 172 to see how much percent he was doing to me. I was doing mad calcs, and I figured out that it was definitely Adamant Scarfed. Pretty much, because he'd gotten a low roll, so it could have been a Jolly Scarf, but then he got he did 41% with the last one. So that kind of tells me that it was Adamant. I go for Ruse. I probably should have went for Toxic there, predicting the switch, but that's fine. I have a free safe switch into Slowking. If this thing does have Thunderbolt, then that is whatever, but let's just hope it doesn't. I do still have Whimsicott in the back for this thing. So anyway, I'm gonna switch into Slowking here. Slowking's really nice because it does just give me a free Scald on anything, and that 30% chance to burn is definitely crucial. So I'm just gonna sit here and I believe I just I just smack something with a Scald. That is Life Orb. Did a really decent chunk because I am physically defensive, so I'm not gonna be taking the I'm not gonna be taking special hits very well, but that's fine. I'm just going to click excuse me. I'm just gonna click Scald here and do some good damage to anything she brings in, or if she stays in, that's fine too. I don't want to go for Slack Off because I have the Regenerator anyway, so I felt like going for Slack Off wouldn't really make much sense, because I didn't expect her to stay in here. I expected her to swap. But yeah, so I actually expected the Drapion to come in. She actually, why do I keep saying actually? But she took her a lot of time on this play because she's trying to think what's my best play if I'm gonna put if I were to put her if I were to put me in her shoes, she was probably thinking on this turn, who do I switch into a Scald, or maybe she predicted me to have Shadow Ball for this Starmie. But yeah, so I was thinking either Drapion. I was thinking it has to be Drapion, but at the same time you don't want to get burned with Drapion, so maybe you might just stay in. So maybe I should have slacked off. But yeah, I'm just whatever. So she does switch, and she actually ends up going into Pride, which is the Staraptor, which I definitely didn't expect. I'd actually calced how much a Brave Bird from the Staraptor does to my Slowking, and we almost kill with the Scald, but it doesn't kill. But we do get the burn, which is huge to take it out. If we hadn't got that burn, I probably just would have stayed in and clicked Slack Off, because at that range we do live pretty much any hit from that thing. Because U-turn does less than a Reckless boosted Brave Bird / Double Edge. So any hit barring a crit, I would have been able to live and go for a Slack Off. I'm pretty sure I could have lived a Brave Bird. I forget the calc. I think it was like max roll was like a 60 or 65% or something. And I'm above that at this point, so at least I think. But anyway, at this point I'm thinking, alright, Staraptor's gone, so Chubbs really isn't too useful. I do have the Culver Berry, but I want to preserve that Culver Berry for later on, to hit this thing and stuff. So Drapion is going to go for that knockoff, get a crit. I actually calced it right after this. I calced it to see how much that was supposed to do. And it turns out this thing was like, it got like it wasn't Life Orb, it wasn't Banded, it was actually Black Sludge. So it was adamant, it got like a max roll crit on my Chubbs right there with that knockoff, which is unfortunate, but at the same time it's kind of whatever, because I can just shrug this thing off. It doesn't really matter to me, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty lit. But anyway, yeah, so here we are. I'm gonna end up clicking Stealth Rocks here because I just want the rocks to go up. She ends up bringing in the Diancie, which I didn't expect. I expected this Starmie 1,000,000%. Because if I had the Earthquake, I probably would have gone for it there, seeing how nothing really likes to take an Earthquake at that point. And Earthquake would do a lot to Diancie, so I'm just gonna click Toxic here. So my Eviolate's gone, so this thing really isn't very useful anymore. It's only there to wall the Drapion, but at the same time I can't hit the Drapion at all. So it's kind of that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she brought Torkoal just for the Mega Scizor, because I did bring the Mega Scizor last time, but I didn't bring it this time, because it did like literally nothing last time. It literally just took 2 knockoffs from a Pangoro and died. So so I didn't end up bringing it. I'm pretty sure she brought Torkoal mainly for the Mega Scizor, but either way, I'm just gonna click Roost here. We do in going for a Roost, we actually get to resist the Diamond Storm here, which is great. So Diamond Storm is going to go off. It's going to do considerable amounts. Really doesn't do much at all. Gets a defense buff. Doesn't matter at this point because I'm just sitting here. Dude, like I'm just sitting here. So anyway, I go for the Toxic this turn because I'm thinking, okay, there's really not she can't beat me with this dance unless she gets 5 million crits in a row. But even then, I mean, I can still roost, and because of that roost, getting rid of my flying typing, I'm gonna be able to resist the Diamond Storm. But yeah, so I do end up going for Toxic here. There's nothing else I need to go for. I'm just gonna spam Toxic, or at least go for it that turn. Because of the Diamond Storm does a lot of damage. I can live another one, but I don't want to cut it that close because if she does get a crit, our Gligar is down. Not that we need Gligar, so I probably should just click Toxic again here. But she gets me low to where now she's going to actually be able to switch into Starmie, which is a great play. She predicted my roost, and that's exactly what she does. She's going to switch into Starmie, and yeah, that sucks, dude, because I could have gotten Toxic off on this thing. That would have been awesome. But yeah, I'm just gonna click Roost here. It's whatever, dude. Like, it's honestly, it's just, that's okay. But anyway, I'm gonna click Stealth Box here in case she wants to click Rapid Spin. But she's just going for Hydro Pump, so that's fine. I'm not going to live that hit. That's not happening. So Chubbs goes down, but that's fine because at this point I don't need differential. Okay, this might be a sloppy win, but if I can pick up the win, that's all I need. Because if the 3 people in my division are Misty, who does not have a win up to this game. She's 0-9, but like before this game, she was 0-9, and then Cloud was 5-4, who didn't have a shot at having enough wins to be the division champion, and then Sharp was 6-5, and I was 7-3 coming into this battle. But so if I win this, I automatically have division champion. So it doesn't matter what I have to do. I'm just gonna, make sack off Gligar because I don't need it because Staraptor's gone. So I just click Giga Drain here. It was a sloppy play going into Whimsicott. It didn't make much sense because now she just gets a free switch into Torkoal. And, I'm like, wait, why did I do that? But, I mean, it's fine. I do still want this Whimsicott, because if Drapion gets low enough, we can take it out with Moonblast if we want. It's gonna have to be pretty low though, given that this Whimsicott is not very offensive. But we do hit Starmie and Diancie really hard, and we outspeed both of them. So that's why I want to keep this Whimsicott around. So I was thinking about bringing in Gengar, possibly to block the Rapid Spin if you want to go that direction. Possibly, take a Toxic, but I ultimately thought she's probably either in a Will-O-Wisp, or not. I thought she'd probably just click Lava Plume here, or Flamethrower, or whatever she had. She actually goes for Toxic, which would have been a baller play if I had switched into Gengar, because Gengar just was my best play there. There's not much. I kind of forgot about the spin, but if I had remembered that Gengar spin blocks this thing, then I definitely would have brought it in there, because I actually expected the Rapid Spin there. But, but if I'd remembered that Gengar does block the Rapid Spin, then I definitely would have brought in Gengar, and then we would have a free switch in, because obviously Toxic wouldn't have affected Gengar. But so yeah, right now I just click Scald. Before this turn started, I actually calced how fast Torkoal is. Torkoal is actually base 31 speed, and I believe Slowking is base 30, so somehow I outsped there. I don't know how, but maybe I'm not base 30. Maybe I'm base 31 too, or maybe I'm base 40. I don't know, but Slowking is slow, so I did get the Scald off and I OHKO'd it. Not sure if that had Rapid Spin or not, but ultimately didn't really matter in the long run. If she's gonna bring in Sticks, I'm like, alright, Slowking's good, but I really don't have a switch in for this thing at this point. I just have to click Scald, and I have the Culver. I'm going to be able to pop the Culver. Still does a lot of damage, but as long as I just get the Scald off, get some good damage off, I get a lot of damage off, and then I get the Burn, which is actually really cool. It's going to be crucial because modest Life Orb Greninja with Surf probably wasn't going to be able to OHKO this thing next turn because of the Black Sludge and whatnot. So I'd probably have to sack off Gengar and go for like a Dazzling Gleam just to get some damage off, and then switch in Greninja. But because of that burn, I'm able to live a knockoff and just click the slack off button. Like, so at this point we're really comfortable. All I have to do is just sit in front of this Drapion. I'm actually gonna click Scald this turn because Toxic is wearing me down, and I don't want to be playing with that Toxic. So I do just end up clicking Scald here. Fun fact, I only clicked Slack Off once in this battle with Slowking, and the rest of the turns I just click Scald. Just every single turn, just going for it. But yeah, so Styx is going to go down there, which is huge. Slowking does drop as well, which is fine. But at this point she just has Starmie and Diancie left. I've pretty much won with Greninja because she would have gone for Thunderbolt if she had it against my Slowking with the Starmie. So and even if she does have Thunderbolt, I do still have that Whimsicott that outspeeds the Starmie no matter what, since we have seen Life Orb is not Choice Scarf or anything. So I end up going into Gengar just to make the cheeky play. We do have the Sucker Punch, so that's kind of cool. As at this point, it's at like 65%. A max roll would be like 50-something% with this Sucker Punch because the nature was wrong when it got genned. But it actually doesn't end up mattering because we do get the crit, which is hilarious. I think without the bold nature, we would have been naive, which raises speed and lowers special defense. And if we had that, then we would have been able to do a little bit more of the Sucker Punch. But I still don't think it would have been enough to kill the Starmie at that range, even with the naive nature, but without the crit. But we are going to be able to take out the Diancie, and that means we are division champions for our PMC division, which is awesome. That's honestly great. Greninja just didn't even battle at all, which is unfortunate. Greninja really hasn't done much for us in this season. It's kind of just sat there and been like a backup, but that's fine. I'm pretty proud of how he played. We got a little flustered with that Staraptor in the early game, but we bounced back, and it doesn't even have the logo right there for some reason. I forgot to add that, but that's fine. Next week we go up against Cloud, kind of an exhibition match because Cloud can make playoffs actually, but I'm already in. But I'm still gonna take that match seriously. I'm not gonna joke around or anything because I still want to give him an even fight. But anyway, much less pressure on that battle because we've already clinched division championshipness. So that's gonna be that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for PMC awesomeness. I guess PMC week 12 team builder. I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be it, and I'll see you guys next time.